G'day. There are people in the room and all good. And I'd love to see who's who and what's what. G'day, Mark. How are you? Two people rocking in. Just be with you shortly. Just if you can let me know whether the sound is good, we'll get us going. I can't see the chat. Oh, great. Thanks, Mark. Okay, let's do the recording thing. There are way too many things I have to remember each morning. I wish there was a lot less. Okay. We're getting there. Welcome to the Forex Speed webinar for Monday, the 20th of October, 2014. New line. US dollar index, DX, new line. We have been hoping for a rally towards 86.3, and that would be a corrective wave rally for the market to come down into. We do still expect that 83.84 area as the support, and we look to be buying down there with a stop loss below 83.50. Before I go on with this, we'll do the bullhorns and bear paws. In the US dollar index, DX, we have long-term bear pause warnings in the US dollar index, full stop, new line. US dollar index, DX, new line. USD, JPY, new line. There are no other long-term warnings, full stop, new line. We have short-term bullhorns warnings in the following currencies, full stop, new line. USD, JPY. There are no other short-term warnings. EUR USD, new line. Currently, we are seeing the choppy, horrible correction that we would expect if it is going to make its way back up to 1.3070. We did have overhead resistance somewhere between 1.2860 and 1.29, and that has rejected the market a little bit. If it breaks through that 1.29, expect the run towards 1.3070. Full stop, new line. At the moment, it's shaping up just like a correction, and a breakdown below 1.26 must be sold with a stop above 1.29. Looking for much lower levels. Full stop, new line. GBP USD, new line. We see the British pound versus the US dollar nicely working its way higher. In fact, it's a bit stronger than the euro US dollar in the short time. Full stop me line. We are currently long, and so we'll raise our stop loss up to 1.60, which is about break even. No, actually, we'll raise it up to 1.5942. If you want to get to break even, you can, but you risk just being popped. Full stop me line. NZD USD new line. Still has the possibility of 0.8193, 0.8139, or 0.8050. Full stop me line. Still in a corrective phase, and you must worry if it breaks down below 0.7839 and short it with a stop above 0.80. Full stop me line. Notice it didn't like that big number 0.80. Full stop me line. USD CAD new line. Pulled back, but didn't really like going on with the job. It didn't ever close below here, which is important. Watch this level. If it closes below 1.124, then expect it to rotate to the downside a bit more. If you are long, your stop loss can be there. Full stop new line. USD CHF new line. On the US dollar Swiss franc, we can see a little bit of a triangle. It's not sure of itself. It should go down to 0.9311, but it could pop its head above 0.9510 and head up towards 0.96 before another failure. Full stop new line. Or possibly even if it gets above there, 0.96, it could have visitation rights at 1.0193, which is well above where it used to be. Full stop new line. It really hasn't liked being above parity for more than 3 years. Full stop new line. USD JPY new line. On the USD JPY, we see 108.2 as a target zone. It's picked its heels up well. It's sort of a fourth wave pattern. I would prefer it down at 104.93. Full stop new line. It's been rallying for 3 days. It's still within this big range bar. So really, if it broke down below 106.20, you'd be heading towards 104.92. And if you are long, you could have your stop loss there. Full stop new line. AUD USD new line. JR, just use the same webinar jam links for the commodities. It's the same as what was sent out. There was a whole email went out just recently. Yeah, I'm in the middle of it. It's the webinar jam one that we've been using for a while. Okay, so just let me send it out to you. I'll email it to you. Okay, see ya. Sorry about that. JR's just lost. It's funny, you made it in, Mark, but some other lining. Let me just fix this up. I don't know why, because I posted all these links today and I emailed everybody out. I don't know why. Getting upset. I like the way you call yourself Kevin number one, Kevin. I can't get to the other ones. I've emailed everybody, so I don't know. I don't quite understand why they're all screaming, but that's what happens, unfortunately, when you do something a bit different. Okay, let's get going. We got the AUD JPY, which is a long way away. That probably rallying because of the fact that we're not in the Aussie. We're not finished the Aussie yet. The AUD USD, bit of a dead cat bounce. This is a fourth wave. Break of 0.87 becomes a short with a stop above 0.89. Better is to short it at 0.8972 or 0.9 with a stop above 0.91. Full stop new line. All in all, things is a little bit bleak for the Aussie dollar unless something changes dramatically. Full stop new line. Okay, a few people coming in. Now let's get going. Okay, so Aussie dollar a bit in trouble because of the pattern. It also looks as if the reminders aren't being sent out. AUD-CHF, new line. A little bit of a bottoming formation if it breaks through 0.83 properly. Stop loss below 0.8250, hoping for 0.84, full stop, new line. AUD-EUR, new line. A little bit of a bottoming formation also on a break above 0.6870, targeting 0.6970. Stop loss 0.6823, but be quick. Full stop, new line. Don't expect it to last very long on strength. Full stop, new line. AUD-GBP, new line. We see it's virtually failing again, which is a bad sign for the Aussie. Probably a breakdown below 0.54 with a stop above 0.5530, full stop, new line. It may try to get to 0.5527, but that's a fairly low probability, full stop, new line. If you feel like shorting it, you can short it on rallies towards 0.5480 with a stop loss above 0.555. AUD-NZD, new line. It's down the bottom end of the range, so you might think about buying it if it can break back up through about above 1.11 with a stop loss below 1.110. And that was 1.10. Target 1.1250, full stop, new line. AUD-JPY, new line. AUD-JPY, new line. Walking its way towards 94.41. Probably get rejected off there. You sell it on a breakdown below 93 with a stop above 94. Targeting 91.13, full stop, new line. So a lot of indications are for a weaker Aussie dollar in the not too distant future, full stop, new line. Welcome to the Commodities and Futures Speed webinar for Monday, the 20th of October 2014, new line. Baltic Dry Index, new line. Well, a leading indicator of economic activity is not giving us much joy, and certainly more slippage below the 934 area would be dangerous, looking down towards 830, full stop new line. It's really only a break above 1084 that will keep it from slipping down towards 930, full stop new line, 830 I mean. Chinese iron ore, new line. I heard on the television one popular economic commentator saying Chinese iron ore had rallied. Yes, it had rallied. He was correct. It had gone up from 79.58 to 80. A big rally of 0.42, full stop new line. A breakdown below 79.29 would not be very good, full stop new line. Uranium futures, new line. These are picking up again, comma, and we must consider this to be the start of something good again, as it's just gone flat for quite some time, comma, a period of reaccumulation. First target 36.34, full stop new line. So we haven't seen any brokers telling us to buy uranium stocks, so we start to think about higher levels. Towards 45.19, full stop new line. It's now appropriate for us to look at the bullhorns and bear pause warnings, full stop new line. We have long-term bullhorns warnings in the following commodities, new line. CT cotton, new line. HG copper, new line. HO heating oil, new line. JO orange juice, new line. RBOB, XRBOB gasoline. SZS soybeans, new line. SB sugar, new line. WZW wheat, new line. We have long-term bear pause warnings in the following commodities, new line. CC Cocoa, new line. DX US dollar index, new line. KC Coffee, new line. LC Live Cattle, new line. We have short-term bullhorns warnings in the following commodities. New line. CL, crude oil, new line. HO, heating oil, new line. XRB, RBOB, gasoline, new line. So a couple of the likely candidates are heating oil and RBOB gasoline for a long trade, full stop, new line. We have short-term bear pause warnings in the following futures contracts, new line. Basically any interest rate bond that you can think of, new line. 2-year notes, 5-year notes, 10-year notes, new line. US 30-year bonds, new line. Japanese JGBs, new line. So and I've got to say, some bad things happened in the financials. I actually, in terms of timing, that 148 top in the 30-year bonds was extremely significant. I did some work over the weekend and saw that. Full stop, new line. Crude oil, new line. One more time. We just need one more time on the downside and we'll look to buy crude oil aggressively. Full stop, new line. Now, where is that level? Question mark. And I'm wondering whether we saw it. Full stop, new line. I would love it to get to 64.38. I don't think that's going to happen. I would love it to get to $74. That would be ideal. Full stop, new line. I haven't yet seen a dearth of people interested in crude oil buying. Full stop, new line. We have seen Australian crude oil prices or Australian petrol prices go obscenely higher and stay higher all weekend. So the criminals are still in charge of the asylum. Full stop, new line. And I think they think that the prices will go down a bit because they're just squeezing it up to sell out of their high price stock. because they can manipulate it, and the ACCC will do bugger all. Full stop, new line. Prices they were quoting on the weekend was surely bullshit. Full stop, new line. So I think the area to load up would be at 78.97. Let's get in front of that by a little bit with the $79 print. What were you saying? You think there was a mirror in the chat room, Kevin? I don't understand that. Okay, I get you. That's why number one Kevin. Got to keep the number one Kevin status. Heating oil, new line. This is further along the road to pleasure, but I'm not sure whether we should be taking the buy signal just yet because there isn't one. Full stop, new line. You might want to buy a close above 2.525 with a stop loss below 2.4833, dreaming of 2.67. Full stop, new line. Yes, that date function, Mark is saying that he got, if anybody can tell me that, what's happening, he got a couple of, he got given a bunch of different dates, but you were in actually early, Mark, and there was something that I hadn't done, which was published that, and say I'd saved it, but I hadn't published it. So maybe that was your error, the reason for your error that you were getting. Full stop, new line. If anyone can report any anomalies to me, that would be great, but I can explain Mark's one away because he was first in the room. Full stop, new line. Natural gas, new line. Natural gas is doing its normal thing and going down a little bit. It's also hanging around some double bottoms, so you could be forgiven for buying it with a stop loss below 3.74 and heading maybe back up to 3.9 or 3.95 before deciding what it wants to do with its life. Full stop, new line. RBOB gasoline. A frag, the same as heating oil. It's got 2.37 on its mind. It has had a hard time of it. It's been trending down. It is now oversold. And if you really wanted to buy it, you would buy a break above 2.258 with a stop loss below 2.1823, full stop new line. Here is my fear. My fear is that we, after a dip down in the US dollar index, we get another charge to higher levels, full stop new line, because US interest rates longer term have now probably reached their peak, and we'll talk about that a bit later, full stop new line. US 30-year bonds, new line. This was a major top. The more work I did on it over the weekend, that was a major top, no question, full stop new line. It fitted in with many major time cycles, and notice the volume that happened on that top, full stop new line. It should not have been up there. There was some beautiful price ratios, some time ratios. We have gone short in the ETF, full stop new line. Mark, did you go in on the Apple iPad after about 8 o'clock? I think that got you straight in because I'd actually published the link. I sent out the email before I think the link was published. So it's a trick for young players, that one. In any event, it didn't like it on Thursday night being up there, and we really now have some serious positioning questions of how to get in on the 30-year bonds, particularly with massive bear pause warnings, both short-term and long-term cycles coming in, full stop new line. Sell a break below 141. Stop loss 145. I'm sorry it's so scary. You can also sell rallies to 143 and 25, 30 seconds. Okay, so that explains Mark's thing is the iPad came in later. Potential. Potential. Target will be 135. There is another target at 140 and a little bit. Full stop new line. We're going to hope that does not hold, but be aware that it is there. And if it bounces aggressively from there, you should probably close up shop quickly. Full stop new line. US 10-year notes, new line. These have come back into a corrective target against that massive move, full stop new line. If it can't hold it here, particularly below 126 and 30 seconds, it's in some trouble and we should look to sell it, full stop new line. Australian 10-year bonds, new line. It's a pretty weird world that we're living in. What I would suggest, though, it's not good below 96.53, and we'll have a raise our stop entry on that. US dollar index, DX, new line. We are looking to buy down at 83.84 with a stop above 83, below 83.50, full stop new line. We're also looking to sell rallies towards 86.32, full stop new line. Potential. Grains complex, new line. Corn, new line. We are currently long corn on a PHG trade. And the only sensible thing to do is to lift our stop to 3.37 and cross our fingers and pray that the US dollar index does not take off again soon, full stop new line. I have my fears, full stop new line. Soybean oil, new line. This hasn't got off the ground, nor has it gone through the ground, full stop new line. Maybe, just maybe, it pokes its head down at 31.65. And then we get a chance to buy it with a stop at 31.05, full stop new line. Revenge? Question mark. Rough rice, new line. Again, spending a lot of time going sideways, a bit like soybean oil. Full stop new line. I don't like it if it gets below 12.4, full stop new line. There was some heavy volume going into it, but that hasn't proved to really change anything in a big way. Currently, it's been lifting off the 12.52 area, so we'd expect it to go up towards 12.83, full stop new line. Soybeans, new line. Soybeans haven't garnered any great friends at these higher levels, nor has it been slapped down, but you sort of worry about it below 940. So if long, stop below 940, full stop new line. The next decline will be the one to buy, full stop new line. If it comes, full stop new line. Wheat, new line. Wheat doing pretty well. If you are still long wheat, well done. Stop loss can be raised to 505, full stop new line. Next logical target, 527, so you might want to bank some cash there, full stop new line. Metals complex, new line. Copper, new line. What a dick, new line. I have no comments to make other than it might resurrect itself, and if it did above 302, we would curse and spit and hate it, but it'd probably go to 3.09, full stop new line. Gold, new line. Nothing wrong with gold that a good rally wouldn't fix, full stop new line. Currently we are long. We've seen a few washouts, and the best thing we can do is keep our stops in the same place and hope for 1260, 1284 or 1312, full stop new line. So far I've seen no geniuses telling me to buy gold, full stop new line. Have you seen any geniuses coming out of the woodwork saying gold's a hedge against inflation and all that sort of shit? Question mark, new line. And that gold is the true value? They've all shut up, full stop new line. It's probably got the best chance of a rally that I've seen in a long time. It's just not going on with it very fast, full stop new line. Palladium, new line. The mark of a double bottom, full stop, new line. So if this can get back on a closing price basis above 756 or 757, then buy it, targeting 800, full stop, new line. Platinum, new line. Targeting 1315, 1328 on the top side. If you do want to buy it, you buy a break above 1268 with a stop loss below 1243, full stop, new line. Silver, new line. Stop is at 17. Break up is above 17.60. Target 1850. We are still long, I believe. Full stop, new line. We are slightly less scared, but we're more annoyed than anything else because it hasn't moved. Full stop, new line. Cocoa, new line. I see massive articles on the effect of Ebola on the cocoa price, and I see cocoa just spinning around like I do when I have too much chocolate. Full stop, new line. I don't know what to do with it. I do know it's a long-term sell. Full stop, new line. We have to wait for some resolution. Full stop, new line. Coffee, new line. A close below 205 signals that the target area that we were seeking was missed by that much. But in terms of timing, coffee can return down to 180 again pretty easily. Full stop, new line. But this time, instead of looking for 146 on the downside, we'll be looking for 148 on the downside. Full stop, new line. Coffee needs to resurrect itself above 230 to be pleasing in my eyes. Full stop, new line. If you are thinking of buying coffee, you might think about it on a breakthrough 219, or dips down to 206 with a stop loss below 205. Full stop new line. CT cotton new line. Another aggravating soft commodity that will probably stop us out and then blast through. 64.20 would be the buyback point. Full stop new line. And actually, I think you're almost better off not putting the orders in until the session is started. And so the boys are actually trading without looking and thinking where the stop losses are. Full stop new line. So you don't want to give them much time to think about where they can pop your stops. You want them actually on the trading floor, already involved. Full stop new line. Sugar, new line. We are long either at 1633 or 1672. Take your pick. Entered. Stop loss remains the same. Full stop new line. Orange juice new line. Forming a triangle of confusion. This should go lower. We thank the fact that we stopped ourselves out of our first foray. And we're looking for the lower levels at 124.50. Full stop new line. Thank you all for attending, and I will talk to you in the other room should you choose to become interested in US stocks and commodities. And we'll also look at TBT, which is what I think is one of the better ETFs that we can find. Talk soon.